go from a sedate, everyday driver to an animal with just a mash of that gas pedal. And it does it really, really well, too. Let's talk about fuel economy. Love this thing. (2022) non-XR 392 running 35s. Everything else is stock. 85 degrees, 13:55 in the afternoon, January 25th, 2023. Out and about in the 392. Great day to be out and about in a 392. Great day to be out and about on a bike. Great day to be out and about in a Wrangler. Any Wrangler. Pull that top and enjoy a day. Real life miles per gallon after 21, almost 22,000 miles in 10 months. I drive 99% of the time in Off-Road Plus. Select Off-Road Plus. Over here. Typically comes up quick. I have a non-XR with 35s BFG KM3s. I do a good variety of highways, back roads, city. So these figures include hammering it from time to time and wasting away in traffic from time to time. And I always average around 14.6. Somewhere around 14.6 when I'm in Off-Road Plus, which is all the time now. I typically drive in Off-Road Plus now. So the speedometer is a couple miles per hour slow. Doing a little over the speed limit. I'm not having to hammer it right now, so why bother? But 14.8 it says. It's always a little optimistic. The 14.6 that I'm quoting is from actual mileage. Stopping, filling up, doing the calculation. There was a time in the early ownership of this vehicle where I was not driving it in Off-Road Plus most of the time, and I always hovered around 12.3 MPG. 12.3 to 12.6 was like the best. Nothing has changed other than the fact that I use Off-Road Plus more now. So one of the comments that I hear when dealing with the 392 is when somebody asks about the miles per gallon, and another person will say, if you need to ask about miles per gallon, then you shouldn't be buying this vehicle. I totally disagree with that, because unless you're independently wealthy or Elon Musk or somebody, it's a huge factor in what the operating costs of this vehicle are going to be. Whether it's a concern to you or not is up to you, but it's not a ridiculous question to want to know. So here's a sad situation. Some asshole has decided to tie up this gator and try and capture him, and now he's stuck there. And I need to rescue him, but there's too many other guys hanging around here for me to go in there around here by myself. Something happens, I'm dead on those rocks. And I'm too far out in the swamp to call anybody because there's no service. did did spend some time with my buddy Jimmy's XR over the couple weekends ago, and it definitely did not go into 4-cylinder as easily and as often as this one does. And that could be because of the gearing. Even he had mentioned it, that he noticed how mine went into it a lot more often. Just regular cruising, like now, like just then. Fuel economy. So right now I am doing 58 miles an hour. I'm in off-road plus, and 4-cylinder mode is on. Just hugging the speed limit, a little bit over. It'll stay in 4-cylinder like this. I typically average about 14.6 per tank full. And that's a mixture of highway driving, city driving, and hammering down once in a while. Plus I'm carrying 300 or 400 pounds of tools. But for just normal everyday driving. So it really depends on just how you want to work it out. If you mash this gas pedal every time you're going somewhere, you're gonna be down in the 9-10 miles per gallon. 1, 2, 3. So if you're putting the pedal to the metal all the time, you're gonna suck down fuel. But for normal daily driving, I average around 14.6 when I'm in off-road plus, which is most of the time. But before I started running in off-road plus, I was constantly down at 12.2, 12.3, every single tank full. There was no getting around it. Great day to be out here in the Wrangler. See, this is the one thing about off-road plus. Sometimes it gets a little over-eager when you're just trying to maintain a slow cruising speed. And it annoys me when I'm in the sand and in deep sand and stuff like that, where I want control of what's going on, and it's a little too eager sometimes. This road's pretty tore up for South Florida. This is a mangled road. So I had some people asking me in my videos, I never have music. I don't anymore, but I might if it fits the need. But most of the time I can do without the music, because what I may enjoy, somebody else might not enjoy. And sometimes music is just a distraction. Another thing they asked me is, how come you're never in your videos? It's like, I have no problem with that. It's just I'm doing the videos about the vehicles, not about myself. So I'm trying to show what I'm doing and what's going on, not myself blabbing. All right, heading back towards the house. A long way. Sometimes it's the best way. On a day like today, the fun way. Today I had somebody ask me about the Jeep. You think it's worth the money? And that is going to depend on your personal situation. Can you afford it? Will you actually use it for its intended purpose? Would you be better off getting a Ram instead? You know, for me, for my needs, for what I wanted to do and what I'm going to do, this vehicle fits the bill. It has the off-road prowess that I need. Didn't need the size of a truck. What I needed was a daily driving vehicle that I could enjoy on the weekends as much as I would during the week. For me, it fit the bill of what I wanted and what I needed. I find that it really depends on what your requirements are from a vehicle. is a nice beach day right now before the rains come. Pretty nice right now. Wasn't planning on coming this far. I was just going to go and turn around, but I'm here. Might as well just go all the way. We are headed due east on Route 78, somewhere past Fort Denard. The river should be right over to our right, although we can't see it. Mason Park. Can you go down that way? Bob Mason Park. Pretty nice. That was a nice little respite from the normal way back. Took a little bit of time, but I don't think it was any worse than the other way. And I didn't have to sit in any traffic.